Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to be talking about what's often considered to be the ultimate JDM tuner car, and that is the Nissan Skyline. Now, a lot of people mistakenly think that the GTR is a Skyline, and that's not correct anymore, at least. Now, in the old days with the previous generations, the R32s, 33s, 34s, the GTR was a trim level on the Skyline. The Skyline's a model of car that's been around since about the 60s. The GTR had all-wheel drive, but that wasn't the case with all of the Skylines. The GTR is a two-door car, but a lot of them weren't. A lot of them were four doors. And then the GTR had a larger turbo engine. A bunch of them were naturally aspirated. So the 33s, 32s, 34s, they used the RB series engines. And with the GTR, it would use the twin turbo version. Put out about 280 horsepower. But a lot of people think that the last Skyline was made with the R34. What they don't know is that Skylines are even being made to this very day. There are 2018 model Nissan Skylines in Japan. Now, the Japanese, they've been making the Skyline ever since. They broke the GTR model off from it, and they introduced the GTR model as its own thing. But they still make Skylines, and they're still badass. The first model, the chassis code that they switched to after the R34 was the V35. Now the V35 was a rear-wheel drive V6 powered sports car. Now the V35 ran till about 2006 when they switched over to the new chassis, the V36. Now this is a V36 chassis right here. What I love about the V36 chassis is that it still has the iconic quad taillights, round circular taillights. Just as with the GTRs of old, it features four-wheel active steering. Now I know what you might be thinking. Well, that's a G35. Well, you're right, it is. But the G35 is only an American thing. G35 doesn't exist in Japan. It's simply a marketing gimmick so that we'll pay more for the car and they'll label it as an Infiniti instead of a Nissan. Same exact car that they sell as the Nissan Skyline because it's the same chassis. Rolls off the same assembly line, same manufacturing plant. The ones that go to America have a little G35 emblem stamped on the trunk. The ones that stay in Japan have a Skyline emblem stamped on the trunk. Both of them are V36 Skylines. So in essence, the G35 is the nameplate that is given to Skylines that get sent to the United States. Most people don't realize this. Same with G37s, same with Q50s, Q60s. They're all Skylines with a American badge on them. Now, for the final piece of evidence, let's look at the manufacturer's plaque in the engine bay. The manufacturer's plaque in the engine bay has the chassis code on it, and it will say what the car is. Now I'm covering up my VIN number, but what we can see here is Nissan Motor Company, type V36, made in Japan. So there you have it. The Skylines aren't dead after all, and if you've ever dreamed of owning one without going through all the hassle of importing one that's a right-hand drive and that's from the 90s, then you have an option for getting one here in America. I'm glad I could share this with you, and please like and subscribe to the video if you learned something new today. Leave your feedback below, and I'll catch you next time on Import Life.